Hey, be careful you don't run out of tape.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm going to run out of tape.
Just stop it. Can you rewind? Does the rewind work yet?
No, not yet.
This is the prototype of the baby. And look, everything's working. Just a bearing needs to be fixed for that little noise. The emitters will be set up. I just love the way that everything is. You can't really see this actually truly on a stupid phone. You can actually see the volts and everything.
There's no belt, it's just tape.
Right. And if you want to see, you know, more of it, you know, this is the actual thing. And it's like, this isn't plastic. It's not like a prop. This is the actual product. This is my finger. My finger is about to be placed on it. This is metal, which I'm not going to put metal on it, but okay. This is actually the real thing.
Yeah, here is the underneath of the real thing.
And underneath the real thing is that real thing.
So basically there's a computer controller, the two ESCON boards which drive the two big real motors.
Those are expensive motors, right?
Oh,
those are like 1,000, 2,000 each. Those are really expensive.
Exactly, but the most expensive motors. Here are two also very expensive Maxon motors. The controllers sit here.
So you're using Maxon on everything?
Yeah, yeah.
What about the bottom parts that drive the pulleys?
No, there's no pulleys.
Yeah, not the pulleys.
Yeah,
the push.
These are using an Actionics motor, which is a linear motor, so it's not a turning motor. So that's this one here. You see this? The two that uses an Actionics, two Actionics motors, two Maxons, four Maxons.
Four Maxons. Because these are the giant ones, right?
Yeah, they're the big ones. So basically, with this setup, you've got 6 motors in reality.
Who set up that entire board?
Well, I've done that with. This is Dimitri's work. Dimitri behind you, who's the programmer.
Okay. Can I turn the camera towards him?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah?
Course,
You think I should?
Yeah, no problem.
So this is Dimitri. Dimitri!
Dimitri is from Peru.
He's from Peru, and believe it or not, his name is actually Dimitri.
So.
Unbelievable, I know. Dimitri in Peru.
Buenos días para todos, saludos.
You see that? Okay. He also does a great coffee. So back to here.
So basically what we've got is Dimitri's does it's an ARM Cortex board, so therefore we've got all the flexibility. You can have remote control apps if you want to use with this, so it's got infinite flexibility in terms of control and remote control, which a lot of tape machines don't have these days. So you can have wireless control, you can have infrared control, all that sort of stuff. Then the rest of the board itself, if you look here, this is the actual prototype itself, the prototype mainframe of the circuits, because basically a tape recorder is essentially the motor controls and the audio.
Right.
Now the audio in here, you've got, this is the playback, this is the record modules, and this here is your VU meters, and this here is your oscillator, which gives you high frequency bias frequencies. And so basically that's the guts which I've created, and of course with Dimitri's controller, we have the tape recorder.
What's so special about Dimitri other than the fact that he's called Dimitri and he's from Peru?
Well, he's a genius when it comes to motors, because at the end of the day, to do what he's doing with a team of basically myself, my son and Dimitri, and most of the companies like Studer and Nagra and all that would have the equivalent of 30 engineers doing what we're doing. So, but basically the expertise he has, but the most critical thing is that today, the motors, the business of doing motors is like this, because in the day of Nagra and Studer, they needed to have brakes and all this sort of stuff. Everything today is done electronically. So therefore, you don't have the issues that you used to have with the mechanical problems of tape recorders, the maintenance, all that sort of stuff. So, and the other great thing with this is the fact that it's using an ARM Cortex means that with a USB, you can update it regularly if you want to. You can change it through the USB firmware in terms of speed, in terms of equalization, in terms of all that sort of stuff. So it's very, very user-friendly. Well, but at the same time, the other great thing about it is in terms of repair, in say 20 years from now, these boards will always be available. We'll have plenty of these boards available. So if somebody needs a board, they can just contact us and we can send them one, and it's not very expensive. The parts from Maxon. Maxon is a very big company. They'll be there for another 300-400 years without a problem. So you'll always be able to get their parts. Of course, they're expensive, but if you need them, they're there. But the way I've designed this is that it's so easy to get into, so easy to repair if necessary, because in the real world, this is meant to go out to record concerts. So therefore, in the concert world, you needed to be bulletproof, you needed to be robust, and you needed to be simple to repair if someone accidentally drops it or does something stupid to it. So this meets all those criteria. So it's not your usual boutique product that just sits on the bench. This is actually meant, as you see with the stand over there.
Yeah, I saw the stand.
It's meant to go out into the real world and do real work.
You know, to be honest, everybody thinks that the stands are Photoshop.
Well, if it's Photoshop, it's pretty hard to hold up that tape recorder with a Photoshop stand.
Well, it's not. It's because it's supposedly plastic. This isn't real. They think it's all plastic.
No, it's
you know,
real.
this is. Does everyone hear this? Yeah, it's real. Yeah, and that is a real speaker, and these are my fingers. Yeah, it's real. And the skulls, when you didn't think they were real, they're real. So I just want to make that. Oh, here we go with the amp. Oh, nice table. I haven't seen that baby in a long time. Actually, never. When'd you make this table?
The table underneath the preamp, that's the power supply
That's the power supply?
that comes with the preamp, yeah.
Never seen that one before.
That was just before you saw it, the preamp with an external power supply.
Right, I remember the external. I haven't seen this. This is.
And then the stand, of course, with the turntable. You saw the turntable, but you haven't seen the stand.
No, it's because I don't. My eyes didn't register.
Or it wasn't Photoshop then.
Would you believe that my mind didn't even register that that's a stand until you said it's a stand? It's like when the first ships first came into, from, there's like, they saw the water move, the waves, but they didn't see the ships until somebody said, look, there's ships in the water. Well, that's what I felt right now. I didn't see the stand.
I'll put it on a record for you if you like to.
Oh, God, we'll do that later anyways. But the thing is that the DAC is actually up and working, which is like unbelievable.
Now that was there for a year, but unfortunately we can get...
Yeah, but your sons were needed and all that stuff. And you were busy with other things.
I'm not busy finishing.